Hey guys, it's Jim from JAFfx.com. It is Monday, the 9th of January 2017. This is the first video for the year. I wish everyone a happy new year, and I hope everyone enjoyed the festive season and got through it alright. So trading's starting to pick up. We're in the second week of January, and as I said in one of my Facebook posts earlier, there's actually not much news out this week, so it's a fairly quiet week news-wise. And as you know, I've changed back to 7 pairs only, and I'm looking at both the daily and the 4-hour charts on those 7 pairs. When I run through the video here, you'll see there is a couple of older pairs that were old trades from late last year that are still open, so I'll deal with them, and once they're dealt with, they will be dropped off my radar. So let's go through the charts. This should be a lot quicker now. There's only 7 pairs. So I'll just move this out of the way. Alright, first up, Aussie New Zealand. We're looking at the daily chart. I'll just write up the top on the top right if it's a daily or 4-hour chart. I'm in the buy here. It's not looking that good. Pretty tight stop loss. Had regular bullish divergence here and here. Yeah, but I'm going up into the MAs. That's my concern, and the MAs are slowly heading down, so I guess you could say it's in a downtrend. So it's probably against the trend. I did have a couple of goes at sell trades on the 4-hour. I'm on the 4-hour chart now. And as I've mentioned in the Facebook post, if I get a red dot on the MACD Platinum and a red dot up here, I may take a sell. There's regular bearish divergence here. The MA is starting to get really tight together, but because of the daily chart being the downtrend, I'd be happy to take that sell. And if I'm still in the buy on the daily, then I'll be in the sell on this, so that would suit me just fine. Right, switching over to the Australian dollar, US dollar. I'm in a couple of trades here. This is the daily chart. In a buy from down here. I've only got 0.01 of a lot left. I should make a note of that. Closed half already. My stop is above the break even. The other lines here, you can see it was a regular bullish divergence. That's why I took it up towards the MAs. That's why I sort of took half when I got up near the MAs. Now I'm also in a sell on the 4-hour chart. I had a red dot up here and a red dot here, and I thought I'd take it with the MAs. That's my entry point there, and that's my stop there. So it looks like I'm going to lose on that. Possibly, if this high holds, it might just roll over and come down nicely. So I'm in 2 trades there, a buy and a sell. CHF Japan, or yen, Swiss yen. I put this red line across the top here. It seems to be holding a bit of a high. This is the daily chart. This high seems to be holding, and that was my sort of target. I'll show you. There's nothing much happening on the daily chart. MAs are going up. Technically, it's a buy signal, but I don't particularly like them when they're so far away from the MAs. I'll show you on the 4-hour. I took the buy on here. It was a hidden bullish divergence, and remember I said I set my trade manager EA to get me out when it reached these highs, and that was about plus 60 pips. So it got me out. I had a stop. The stop was moved up to plus 10. It's being stopped out when the price come back in the MAs. So at the moment, nothing happening on this pair. Euro Canadian, Euro Canada. I'm in a couple of sells here, both on the daily and the 4-hour chart. This is the daily. I'm in a sell. Had hidden bearish divergence. Took the sell. You can see it's like a double top on the MACD, but it's been stuck in this sort of tight range at the moment. That's my sell here on the daily, and the stop for that's up on this red dotted line up here. Now if we just switch to the 4-hour chart, you can see it's going sideways. I'm in a sell, so it's slightly going against me. Had hidden bearish divergence on this also. The MAs are starting to slowly separate, and they're heading to the downside. So that's my stop for this just here. So it's going nowhere at the moment in 2 trades on the 4-hour and the daily. Euro, Great British Pound. This is the daily chart. That trend line just drew that across there just to see at 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. Now it's broken through the upside. It's basically come down, bounced off the 240 LMA and heading up on the daily. Not in a trade at all. Look at the 4 hour screaming up. There was your buy signal down here. Just bring up the crosshairs. Buy signal in this area here. If you've taken it, I didn't take it. Would have been nice. And off she goes, doing well. Pound yen daily. I did nominate divergence, but that's now been broken to the downside. It could still be, I could move this trend line. If this bounced again, it'd still be technically divergence. MACD is very flat, and we can wait and see what happens here. It's heading down. The pound is just screaming down on all the pairs at the moment. Disregard all these other lines on the charts. I'm running commercial EAs on this platform, and it's one of the pairs that concentrates on is the pound yen. Once the sequence finished, I'll take the EAs off so it doesn't clutter up these charts. So we've got the 4 hour. This blue line was my buy signal. I took a buy based on this hidden bullish divergence. I just went up a little bit and just fell off a cliff today. Took my stop out, so I stopped out there. Yeah, the MAs are tight, but now they're starting to spread to the downside, so it could be reversing to a down trend on the 4 hour. That's the pound yen. USD, Canada, can't even speak as usual. I've marked a red trend line across the top here. It is divergence. Any trend lines on the top represent bearish divergence. So basically it's a double top here, and we've got divergence on the MACD Platinum, so it headed down nicely. It's hit this 240 LMA and it seems to be stalling there. So I'm not in a trade at the moment. So we just switch over to the 4 hour chart. Again, there's divergence. This is bullish divergence. Trend lines are below. I didn't take it just because of the dailies. Just it wasn't. Had a bit of a dig going up, but now it's falling off again. I'll probably get rid of that. Let's go. So nothing trend line now. So yeah, we just keep an eye on this USD Canadian. Right, that's the 7 pairs dealt with. Now these next charts are all daily charts, and these are trades I've had for a while that I'm just running. So here we have a Great British Pound Aussie daily. This is a re-entry after taking a bit of a loss on it previously. Got stopped out by a couple of pips on this little candle here. There's a bit of a bummer actually because it's a nice trade. But we're in a good trade now. I've closed half and it's still heading down. My stops at just inside the point of entry, and that one is up about 400 pips roughly, so that's going well. Euro yen, I've been in this for a while. It's going sideways. It's a sell trade. Come close to getting down in my point of entry early today, but now it's starting to head back up again. Looking for a breakout to the downside. I think I'd rather be long than short, but we'll just ride it out for now. Pound, Swiss franc, been in this for a while, back since 8th of December. Here's my entry in this area here. Come close to being stopped out, but it wasn't. I closed half a while ago. Stops down just above this high here. It's going down nicely. 2720, 2360. So yeah, it's getting down to the 400 pip mark, plus 400 pips. That's all right. Pound New Zealand. Feeling a bit lightheaded. Pound New Zealand. Been in this trade also since about the 8th of December. It's come close to being stopped out. Yeah, actually gave me a buy signal. I didn't take it. Kept in, just stayed in. Now it's gone nicely, and now we're in just over 200 pips in profit. I'm not going to let this one get away from me, so I'll probably move my stop to break even soon and just let it ride. So they're older trades. They're not part of my 7, but I've got to see them out. So yeah, there's not really much happening. Possibly the only thing coming up, if I get a red dot up here, as I said, and a red dot here, I'll probably take a sell there. That's about it, guys. As I said, not much happening in the way of news this week. I'm not sure what moved the pound, but it's moved a fair bit. It's all good. Again, thanks for all the interaction on Facebook, starting to pick up a bit. There's been a lot of new members join the Facebook group, especially a lot of guys and gals from Vietnam, which I appreciate. And welcome to the group, and thanks for, if you grabbed the free download of the book, good on you. It's just more of a, probably an expansion on the high probability book. And as you normal, you're quite welcome to contact me via email if you want to just chat Forex. I've got some questions. If you don't want to put them in the Facebook group, more than happy to answer. So thanks again, guys. Enjoy the night, and we'll keep in touch via the Facebook group. Thank you. Bye.